Hello, my lovely, 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 lovely people. We are back on MHF, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of forcing Mo to be a bit more consistent with this MHF stuff because he has bottled it when it comes to the consistency of MHF. But I'm trying my best, folks. You get me? And we're here. Big up to everyone locked in. We are back. I feel like you guys enjoy me and Mo talking, but we like to add one or two people to give us a different perspective, a different element. And we kind of have been doing that recently, obviously, with Staffy, with Tom Little, with Martin, with Wolfie. And today we kind of just want to have a general Premier League conversation, maybe a bit more focused on two London clubs today, if you would like. So, yeah, it's just. It's gonna be an elite show, guys. So big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. All you amazing, incredible, lovely people, please hit the like button, subscribe. This is like a milestone, you know, type of feeling. Yesterday I had 50k on my channel. Alhamdulillah. We want to get more to our next milestone, and we want to get this channel, ladies and gentlemen, to 10,000 subscribers. We're closing in on 9.2k, so we're literally just 100 subs away from not 100 subs, 8 subs away from 9.2k. So yeah, joining me first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, of course, representing Arsenal. I've genuinely enjoyed and loved working with this guy because I feel like I've just been inviting him on hella shows recently. Absolutely love working with him. Up and coming content creator, him and the other up and coming content creator, both of their channels will be in the description. So joining us is the man, the myth, the legend, man like Max is in the building. How are you doing, Max?
Yes, bro, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Pleasure working with you as always, man. Come
No
on.
worries, no worries. Big up to you, big up to you. Are you all sorted out if he wins the Champions League?
Nah, man. Give him a statue. Give him the keys to the whole of Islam.
Remember, I think out of all your experience doing YouTube, that must be probably like the craziest take you heard. Fair?
Yeah, I think that's the craziest take I've heard on the whole of YouTube. So I can't believe it. I've
You know
never
what?
heard a take like it.
I'm not even gonna lie. You would be cooking if you said that's the craziest take in YouTube. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Because if I was an Arsenal fan, I ain't ever seen a Champions League, and someone gets me one, I'm gonna be really happy. He gets me. So, yeah. Joining us next on the channel as well. You guys have seen him on the Football Terrace. You guys have seen him on my channel. You've seen him here and there and everywhere, putting up content. He's also closing in on 700 subscribers. So we got Max, who's closing in on 200 subscribers. He needs you guys to go subscribe to his channel. We've got Elijah joining us, representing the Chelsea. How you doing, Elijah?
Big up, big up. Thank you for having me on. First of all, congratulations, Husam, for reaching 50k subscribers yesterday. So congratulations. And yeah, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. And like he said, this channel is very close to 10k. So make sure all of you guys are subscribing. We want to get to that milestone as well.
Yes, exactly. So in the description just now, I've added both Max's channel and Elijah's channel. So please just go to the description and go give them a subscribe. They're up and coming content creators, and you know, we want to get them to as many subscribers as possible. And the owner of this channel, guys, owner of the channel, is only 15 minutes late to the stream. Hi Mo, hi, how you doing, mate?
Wallahi, I had no internet.
You had no internet. That old chestnut. No internet,
Wallahi,
no
I had no
electricity.
internet.
I feel like this whole Egypt thing has just given you an out for all the excuses that you need. I could tell.
Yeah, akhi, I was on the football terrace and I had no internet. Wallah.
Was it to do with Inter?
Bro, if you want to start, bro.
Wow.
I had to.
1-0 Max. 1-0 Max.
Brilliant.
My God.
Brilliant.
My God. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Anyway, big up to everyone locked in. Make sure we already have 200 people watching. We haven't even started the stream yet. So please hit the like button and subscribe. And let's just get this party started. Shall we start? Let's ask the chat. I feel democratic today. Chat, no life stories. Arsenal, Chelsea. Choose the club you want us to talk about. Don't write me your life story. I want one-word answers in the chat. Choose. I'm gonna give you guys the ability to choose today. I'm feeling democratic. Either Arsenal or Chelsea.
By the time they choose, I just need to ask a couple of questions just to know that where I'm going with this. Max.
Yes.
Are you Arteta out, Arteta in?
Arteta better win something or he needs to leave.
No. Forget at the current moment. Are you Arteta out or Arteta in?
Well, technically, I'd be out because we haven't.
You'd be out. Do you believe you lost the league because of injuries or because Arsenal were bad?
No, we're poor. Shocking.
We're poor.
Shocking.
Elijah, are you Maresca out or are you Maresca in?
I'm still Maresca in at the moment.
Okay.
That's
You're still Maresca in. Are the players good enough?
Well, some of them, but not all of them.
Some of them are good enough. No, you're good now. You're good now.
Okay, all right.
So some of them.
Yeah, some of them are.
But you are Bloko
not
out
all of
for
them.
sure. But you're Bloko out for sure.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I always.
I just wanted to know, like, just where to stand,
Yeah.
so I to have a conversation about. Because the conversation will be directed towards some stuff.
Right.
You get my point? Like, just there you go. It started. This guy was Emery in. Here we go, bro. I'm just telling you.
Why is it? I feel like we should start with Arsenal and then go to Chelsea. What do you think, Mo?
Yeah. Why are you
start
Arteta out then? Isn't he the one? How old are you?
30.
You haven't seen your club win a lot of titles in your lifetime.
No, not a lot. No.
You were the last time that your club won something, you were like 9 years old.
Here we go.
Well,
What the judge Mo, guys?
A league title, yes. But
you're from London?
Yes, from London.
You're from London. Okay, so you basically were 9 years old. You watched your club win a title. 20 years.
Why are you always like this? Why? Why?
Come on, manager.
Let him carry on.
Why are you defending Arteta so much recently, Mo?
I'm not defending Arteta. I'm presenting facts. Comes a manager that brings you back to the promised land. You're challenging. You're considered one of the best teams in the world. You have players that are considered the best players in their position in the world, like a Saka, who's arguably a top 3 that was developed by Arteta, like a Gabriel that is now being highly regarded, maybe better than Rudiger. You have Timber, who's considered one of the best right backs. You have Declan Rice, arguably one of the best midfielders. Your team is one of the best teams. You smashed Real Madrid 5-1, right? You challenged for the league 3 years. You never did that before, right? Since you won that league title, you never challenged for the league 3 years in a row, but you won the manager out.
Yeah, because he hasn't got us over the line. Would I be Arteta in if he continues just challenging for another 5 years? When is it gonna stop? When's the?
But
end
I never
date?
said. But I never said 5 years. I said what last 3 years.
Yeah, it's been 3. But
did he progress this season or he regressed?
Well, currently we've regressed. Of course.
No, currently you have progressed.
No.
Actually, Gary Neville disagrees.
Factually speaking, you have progressed.
How?
Okay, you finished second last season. You finished second this season. You're gonna finish second. You're convinced, or you're gonna finish third?
No, but the
points tally don't matter because points tally is determined by other factors outside of your club.
But
let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. I'm going to give you an example that will absolutely destroy point tally. Do you believe if Liverpool would get 97 points in a season and don't win the title, and the year after they won the league on 85 points, have they progressed or digressed?
Of course, they've progressed because they won.
Exactly, right? So points tally don't matter.
Ask that question again.
If Liverpool get 97 points, but Man City got 100 points, and Liverpool lost the title.
Season?
No. Whatever season. Not this season. Whatever season. Not a time frame. No. Not a time frame. Liverpool got 97 points in that season, but they didn't get over the line. They didn't win the title. The year after, something happened, and Liverpool cooked in the league, but they didn't cook like the season before, but they won the league only in 89 points. So they got basically 9 points less or 8 points less. Have they progressed or regressed? Let me give you another example that is very, very
okay, can I answer the question before you give another example?
No, I need to give another example to make sure that people don't tell me them. There is a team that gets 69 points or 68 points, don't make Champions League football. Season after, they make Champions League football with 65 points only. And they are in a different position. Like this year, they finished at 5th and they got 69 points. The year after,
Chelsea, easy example.
For example, right? You think that is a progression or a regression in the league?
Okay, I'll give you my answer, and then I'll let Max speak about it from the perspective of Arsenal. Look, I actually have. I think this season has made me think a lot about these conversations. I don't think progression anymore is just points tally, and I'll tell you why. And I want to get Max's thoughts on this as well. Liverpool this season win the Premier League, let's say, on 90 points. Next season, we finish on 96 points, but we lose the league. That's regression. And I'll tell you why that's regression. I'll give you an honest explanation. You, Max and Elijah, have watched me before. You have watched me more and worked with me, and you've all heard me say this. The season, the quadruple charge season, at the end of that year, I'm one of the few Liverpool fans online who said Liverpool failed. Why? Because in the context of that season, you failed. So even if Manchester City get 102 points, 100 points, 99 points, in the context of that year specifically, you were not good enough. However, in the year before that, you got 90 points and you were good enough to win it. And that's the key thing here. And people always say stuff like, oh man, this is like the PGMOL league and this is this much league and blah, blah, blah. I actually went back and looked at it. There was someone who posted this on Twitter. I read it and I'll find the tweet as well. At this same point in time last season, Liverpool have just as many points as Manchester City did 2 seasons ago. Remember the great Man City, we can't stop them. Same exact points tally then. And last season, currently at this current stage, I think we have 3 more points than Manchester City did. And 6 more points than Arsenal did at this point in time in the season. So given the context of this year, Liverpool have progressed and Arsenal have regressed. Because Arsenal's job at the start of the season was, and this is why I agree with Max, getting over the line. That's the objective here. Max, do you care if you won the league with 76 points or 60 points?
I just need a league.
Go ahead.
I just need to lift my armpits. You got to look at the season on the whole. Liverpool have had a new manager. They made no signings. So at the start of the season, no one thought Liverpool would finish above Arsenal. So for that reason alone, we've definitely regressed. We've done very well in the Champions League. If he goes and wins it, then I'll say we progress. Even if we lose in the final, I'll still say it's not as good as last season. Because it's just even more heartbreak. It's even more heartbreak.
No, heartbreak is heartbreak.
Let him elaborate. Let him explain.
I'm asking him the question to land the point. Heartbreak, no doubt about that.
Why do you care, honestly? Because Max is spitting.
I care because it's the objective take.
Okay,
you can't tell me that
Inter are going for the league this season, you win it. Simple question. Next season, Napoli win the league on 98 points. Did you regress or progress because you finished with a higher points tally?
No, definitely regressed.
So you agree with Max as well then?
No. I think actually you disagree with Max what he said. Max, have you noticed what he did? He literally said that points. Hold on. He literally said that points tally don't matter. Elijah, can you weigh in here? Husam's example is saying that points tally don't matter because he said even if Inter get more points than last season, but they don't win the league, that means they didn't progress. So that means Max's original argument about, but look at the point. Your main argument was, but look at the points tally. That means points tally don't matter.
Okay, let Max elaborate first, and then we
jumped in. That's just one. That's just one.
Your first thing.
Yeah, but it's just one. I could say many things. Just my first point is not my overall point. My overall point is we failed again.
Like what?
We failed again. Yes? A new manager has come in versus a team that I've been building for 5 years. 5 years we've been building. Arteta's not going, yeah? He's not going. So next season, he finishes second again. How long am I just meant to say, okay, we're just going to keep finishing second until we get a new manager and potentially get over the line? I would rather change. It could go wrong. It could very well go wrong. We could regress even further with a new manager. But I'm willing to take that chance, as so far, at this current moment today, Arteta hasn't been able to get us over the line in the Premier League and the Champions League. Hopefully, he wins the Champions League, and then this argument is just flawed.
But that is different than my point.
What?
That is different than my argument completely. is shit. The internet is shit. I asked him a question. Have you regressed or progressed over last season?
Yeah, and I said, we
Even
regressed.
assuming that you're going to get knocked out by PSG.
Yeah, we've regressed. That's it. We've regressed. We're even
But you
further
basically
behind the leaders.
second,
Even further.
You progressed more in the Champions League. That is harder.
Yeah, but it's a cup competition. It's a cup competition. Anything can happen in cup competitions. He's like I said, he's done very well. He's done very well. Dortmund got to the final last year.
Yeah, they
were
progressed.
Were Dortmund the second best side in Europe?
He's
No.
done very well. Don't talk to me about the final. Don't tell me about
it's a good rebuttal
Dortmund or something.
It's a good rebuttal, Mo.
Arsenal no chance. Yeah, Arsenal are in the Champions League semi-final.
You have to refresh.
By the way, I'm lagging big time, guys.
Yeah, you have a massive delay.
I
You have to refresh your stream. Go on, Elijah. Tell me your thoughts on this whole Arsenal conversation. Go on.
Yeah, listen, I have to agree with both of you. Arsenal, for me, they have regressed because last season they finished second, and this season they finished second again. If you look at Man City, they massively regressed because last season they're the Premier League champions. This season they're battling up for the Champions League, if you know what I mean. So it's absolutely crazy there. So Liverpool, they progressed because they finished third. Now they're about to win the league. You know, this is Slot's first season as a manager. The only signing that he did was Chiesa, you know, but I didn't. And also, people need to realize I predicted Man City to win the league, and it's not happening. I predicted Liverpool to be in third place below, to be behind Arsenal, but they're in first place, you know. As for Chelsea, if we let's say that we finish in the top 5 and end up winning the Conference League, we progress because last season we finished 6th and we didn't win a trophy. So I think for me, what Mo needs to understand is that points doesn't really matter. Just as long as you improve from last season, then you really progressed, if you know what I mean. So I feel like Arsenal next season, they need to really win the league because they cannot go second yet again. You know, and the only way for Arsenal to do that is they need to have a backup for Saka, definitely signing a striker because Gabriel Jesus gets injured and Kai Havertz can play in that position. But you know, Mika Reño is improving, but for me, he's not really a number 9.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to everyone that said yes, it's flawed that Arsenal didn't get a backup for Saka? Do you think Liverpool have a backup for Mohamed Salah?
No.
Ooh.
Okay, do you guys think that Liverpool have a backup for Konate? For Konate? A genuine backup for Konate? Do you think Liverpool have a good backup for Virgil van Dijk?
Not really, no.
Do you think Liverpool have a good backup for Gravenberch? Do you think Liverpool have a good backup for McAllister? Yeah, Liverpool have won the title. So it is not about the backup. The problem with the people that beat Arteta with that stick, and by the way, Arne Slot didn't come yesterday. Arne Slot has taken over a team that has been built over years and years and years. And Liverpool, the summer before, have signed McAllister, have signed Gravenberch, have signed Szoboszlai, right? The summer before, they have signed Darwin Núñez. They have signed the January before Luis Diaz. And they have signed, 2 summers ago, they have signed Diaz. January before, they signed Cody Gakpo. Yet, we sit here, and there is no backup for Mohamed Salah.
Okay, Mo, can I ask you a question? I'll reverse this on you. I'll reverse it on you. Chelsea last season, I went to check. Chelsea last season finished on 63 points. Hello? Currently, as things stand, Chelsea are on 57. Fair? If Chelsea finish on 66 points, 3 points more, but they don't make Champions League football, have they progressed? Be honest.
No.
So, but I don't get what's your point of argument then.
Okay, you guys don't know the point.
Tell me
is,
what's the argument here,
when
because then we all agree.
When I started talking, the first thing that Max said, his main evidence was, which is when you start. Okay, hold on, Max. Hold on. Normally, when you start arguments, you present your strongest point first. Your first point was, look at the point tally. That was your first answer to have you progressed and regressed. So that means you believe that points tally matter. But every evidence that Husam presented tells me that points tally don't matter.
Yes,
It's all about other factors as well.
But like I was gonna continue to say,
I thought you
if we
continued.
went to the last day of the season, yeah, just like last year, we lost the league on the last day of the season, yeah. So if we went to the last day of the season this year and went to a Champions League semi-final, then that's progression, because we're the same in the league and we're better in the Champions League.
So why did you not go to the final
worse.
day of the season? Why did you not go to the final day of the season?
Arteta and
Why?
the board
Why?
and the players. There's multiple factors. His in-game management has been shocking this year. There was a game. The game I knew we lost the league was Brighton. We went to Brighton. Just bearing in mind this is Brighton. We went to Brighton we had 3 centre-backs and 4 DMs in that game. So you clearly going very negative away at Brighton. No other side would do that. Liverpool wouldn't do that. Man City wouldn't do that. No one is going to do that. You're going to go to try and win. Every game in this league, you need to be going with a mentality, I need to win. Arteta, I don't know why this season it's been very, very poor from him, especially his subs in games have been poor, not making subs quick enough. We're having leads late in games that we're throwing away. We're not going to kill off teams to go get the second goal or the third goal, and we're allowing teams to get back into the game. And that is where he's messed up. The board at the start of the season, they messed up bringing in Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling is washed. We know he's washed because we saw him last year at Chelsea. Chelsea didn't even want him. Chelsea were below us in the league, and we're taking a player from them that they believe is not good enough for them. So how was he good enough for us? We signed Calafiori. Did we need him? Did we really need Calafiori? We signed Moreno. Was that the exact player we even needed? No. We needed someone that's going to get us goals. Yes, granted, now he's getting us goals. So what I'm saying, you could try and argue with it. But the business was not good. Why didn't we try get a Kvaratskhelia in January? Why did we try to rectify our mistake that we made at the start of the season?
£50 million only, by the way.
We didn't go. We didn't even try to get Mbeumo. We didn't try to get nothing. And we made a fake bid for Ollie Watkins. That weren't serious. If you believe reports, we could have got him for 60.
Are you the board out or Arteta out?
They're all
both.
The same.
You want both out?
Both.
You think that the board? Do you think Arteta is in bed with the board and they all agreed on Raheem Sterling and they all agreed to get Calafiori and not get a striker? And you believe that is what happened? That it's Arteta's choices?
I believe that Arteta was fixated on Benjamin.
Do you believe that Liverpool have a striker? Who would you take, Kai Havertz or Darwin Núñez?
Now let's change that question. Max, who would you take?
It's like
who would you take, Salah or Trossard, Havertz, Martinelli, Moreno, and all of these put together?
Salah, without a shadow of a doubt.
But here's the thing, you're talking about we don't have a striker. Okay, but that's like going to a Madrid fan last year and going like, Joselo's your striker. Yeah, but they got Vinicius, mate, and Rodrigo.
But that's not even the issue. The issue
is why when Max spoke, not who he mentioned Kvaratskhelia, left winger. He alone would have made a difference.
But that's a board's job and a sporting director's job.
Oh, Mo, what does Footy Judge Mo always say? Arteta deserves blame for the
recruitment,
transfers as well because he has to say yes or no. Don't change.
100%.
So if Arteta went to Edu in January 1st and said, "Get me Kvaratskhelia now for 50 million," would he have signed him? Be honest. Be honest.
Based on what Arteta said, no.
I'm telling you, that's not the question. January 1st comes around. Max just brought up a very valid point, Kvaratskhelia. So January 1st comes around. Arteta, I'm Arteta. Hello, Edu, get me Kvaratskhelia right now, £50 million. Does that deal go through? Be honest.
No.
How?
No.
Why?
Because I don't believe that Arteta is having Gabriel Jesus injured and Kai Havertz, and he told the board not to sign a striker. He's definitely wanting a striker. Unless, okay, if we sit here and say that Arteta is a stupid and an idiot guy and a guy that is just touched in the head, this is a guy I would believe this statement that Arteta, with Gabriel Jesus injured, with Havertz injured, knowing that Moreno will be his striker, didn't want a striker at that time, I think that is the only time I believe you. Do we believe that Arteta is stupid?
No, but
okay, so
I'm
we
not
believe Arteta
necessarily-
is somehow smart, right? Like Arteta somehow smart. Might not be the smartest guy in the world, but he's somehow a competent person.
Yeah, but he
Right?
shouldn't
So
have had a
because
choice.
for example, let me give you an example. You won't tell me that if Inter had all our 4 strikers injured, comes January, he didn't want a striker in Zaga, for example. I think that would be that is me calling him stupid. Like, let me give you an example. I'm genuinely convinced that Arne Slot wanted players in the summer, but FSG told him no. Because I know that Arne Slot came to the squad and he knew that the squad is lacking this element, this element. I don't have a DM. I need to convert Gravenberch. My striker is not good enough. So I believe that FSG told him no. If you told me the argument in the summer that Arteta didn't want a striker because he's convinced that Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus are good enough, I'll tell you, maybe you're 100% correct. In January, knowing that he doesn't have a striker, I cannot believe that he went through the rest of the season knowing that he's in the Champions League and he's going to play Mikel Merino up top.
Yeah, but that's
it's impossible. It is impossible.
I didn't blame Arteta for that. You heard me say the board.
No, but that's Husam though, because I'm just responding to the Kvaratskhelia thing.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a response to what people say about he didn't want a striker in January. You think if Gabriel and Saliba are injured, he doesn't want a center back? He definitely wants a center back. He knows that Havertz and Jesus are out for the rest of the season. So he definitely sat with them and told them, okay, we're going to play Mikel Merino up top. Do you think that's adequate? No. So definitely as a football manager, he would want that as striker.
Yeah.
Right? In the summer, I am convinced that when Cisco said no, Arteta with the owners and with the board said that we will wait. Havertz is good enough and Jesus is good enough. That you can blame Arteta for.
Yeah, and that's my point. That is my point. The summer is where it all began, because by January injuries can happen. We know it's football; anything can happen. So I don't know why the board didn't sign, and that's why
I don't know. I have no idea.
Big question marks about this board. Now they've brought in Berta. Hopefully, Berta is more competent than Edu, because we know Edu is not a serious guy. We just know he's not serious. Because why did we wait? We knew we needed a winger and a striker.
So why do you assume? This is a very good question. This is a Chelsea fan even, and I'm gonna take. I don't know why he's asking this. Why do you assume if you get a new manager that the board will back him?
Who? Oh, the Chelsea fan. Oh.
No. You. Why do you think if you get a new manager, the board will back him? By the way, Elijah.
Yeah.
By the way, like be free to chime in and just cut us off and just
go on.
It's fine. Like it's just fine. Yeah, like you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to, because why would they sack him if they're not gonna back the new manager? That don't even make no sense. Surely.
By the way, they hired Arne Slot and they didn't back him. Some stupid boards they do this. It's fine.
That's FSG though. We know FSG.
We got away with murder this season.
They've got form.
They kind of got the guy and told him work with what you have and win us the league. Like, some boards just
didn't even tell him win us the league. Salah just took it personally. I'll be honest with you. Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, Alisson, the 4 musketeers, they just took it personally, and here we are.
What I will say though is that, let's say that Arteta stays for Arsenal next season. The board need to back him. They need to really back Arteta. And what I mean is that Arteta, I know deep down he wants a striker, a backup for Saka. Because if they don't back Arteta, and let's say Arsenal next season end up trophyless and they finish second again, then there's a possibility he might go. If they get a new manager, then they also need to back them as well. Because the same situation as Chelsea right now. If the owners want Enzo Maresca to stay, they need to back this guy. Get to the goalkeeper, midfielder, a centre back, and there's definitely a striker. Because if they don't back Enzo Maresca, the next season he could go, and I definitely don't want that to happen. So I think for Arsenal, I feel like if Arteta does win the Champions League, then he deserves to stay. But if he doesn't, then I feel like then he needs to go, because spending like you know, £750 million and only winning one FA Cup is not enough for Arsenal. Their expectation is to win the title and go on to win other competition as well.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
I don't get
He's not going anywhere.
About winning like it doesn't matter. Mo's just doing too much, like acting like all the winning doesn't matter.
He
like,
knows
bro.
if it was Inter, 2 years trophyless.
Get him,
Come on,
Max.
He knows.
Get
He
him.
knows. He knows. But this is what I don't understand. It's Arsenal fans as well. There's a lot of them that are just so happy. Like I know an Arsenal fan. He's telling me he's
No.
seen us win the
I'm
league.
not. I am not saying be happy or not happy. That's your thing about it, right? Like, and I don't think you should be happy with where Arsenal is. Not now. Like, no, that is wrong. Well, Arteta has failed in winning trophies, which is the main thing about football. But the problem with me is the people that say that Arteta have regressed this season and they don't put the context in there and the injuries and Liverpool not having any injuries,
But
like
before the
main
injuries.
ones, main
What about before
ones.
the injuries?
What about you? Wouldn't like you were a little bit slow, but who says that you wouldn't peak? Last season, by the way, you started slow and you peaked.
Yeah, but
And you peaked. Did you
no
peak or you
evidence.
did not peak in the second half of the season?
Yes, we did. But
They
there's
did
no
peak.
evidence to suggest that
They
we
did
would've.
peak. You
There's
did
no
peak.
evidence.
Why are we assuming that Arteta would have continued? And also, why are we forgetting that Odegaard is a big part of how Arsenal play football? Because you like it or
He's
not,
been rubbish.
you
He's
like
been
it or not.
rubbish. He's been
You
rubbish.
let me.
No,
We're
he's
not
been
gonna go
rubbish.
into the Odegaard thing because I can literally. I'm gonna. Everyone. I know
He
that
was worse
Odegaard.
than Kivior against Real Madrid, and you're
I
using his
absolutely
excuse.
will tell you guys.
If you tell me Saka, no problem. Don't tell me Odegaard.
Anyone
Bro,
that
if
talks
Szoboszlai gets injured next season, I won't say Szoboszlai's injury is why we didn't win the league.
about
Stop
Sly
it,
and
man.
Odegaard.
What's the
similar.
difference?
Szoboszlai's probably been better than Odegaard.
They both initiate the press.
I'm gonna destroy you again. I'm gonna destroy everyone again about the Odegaard rule
Heat
in
map.
your team.
Heat
I'm gonna
map.
destroy everyone about the football
Look
knowledge.
at the heat map.
I'm gonna destroy everyone.
Jacob Kivior, who
has he
3/4 of
been-
the Arsenal
By the
fans
way,
wanted
I am
sold
not,
in the
by
summer,
the way, I
was
am not-
better against Real Madrid. Hey, Max, you're an Arsenal fan. Who was your worst player against Madrid, home and away?
It's Odegaard. Both legs. Both legs. He's been shocking.
I am not gonna do. By the way,
Odegaard fan. Odegaard
I
has
am
had
not.
his worst
I am not gonna do a conversation like this. This is not what we do. MHF. This is not
Odegaard
our.
getting overrated. Crazy.
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 I'm only gonna speak when I'm allowed to on this channel.
Big up to Mama Flossie in the chat. I see you guys asking me to mod her. So I won't ask you for any money or anything like that. I just want to get the likes up. We're currently on 85 likes. We get to 100 likes, I'll make Mama Flossie a mod now. So everyone, please hit the like button now. Let's get to 100 likes, and I'll make her a mod. Because you have to get the likes up.
Before we continue, congratulations to Leeds and Burnley. They promoted to the Premier League.
By the way, just quickly as well, there is a
down again.
crazy statistic out there. Every time Leeds have won the championship, Liverpool win the league. Last time Leeds got promoted, we won the league.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
that's true.
Every time Leeds get promoted, Liverpool win the league. That's the rule of thumb.
True, yeah.
Big up Leeds. Big up to Scott Parker as well. Unbelievable job he's done at Burnley.
Yeah, he's done very good, man.
Yeah. Big up to him.
Yeah.
Smash the likes, people. 100 likes and we make her mod now. Let's go. Anyway, read the super chats more. Instead of just barking about Odegaard for the 10th stream in a row. Odegaard. Fucking the blonde cousin of Szoboszlai is the reason why they didn't win the league. Stop it. 3/4 of my fan base want Szoboszlai gone and Shirky starting, bro. And you're talking about Odegaard. Please, don't know what care about no damn Odegaard, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
Still redeem
Saka injury, no problem. Saka, I agree. Because Saka's by far Arsenal's best forward. So 100% that played a role. Don't tell me Odegaard injury. He's just shit, man. No one can convince me otherwise. This season, he's been rubbish. This season. Where is 15 assists Odegaard? Where is creative Odegaard? Where is the CUC where Odegaard gets the ball and create and play through balls and shit? This is not the same guy.
That's what Mikel Merino's doing. That's the crazy thing about it. Literally, he's putting chances on the plate for everyone. He put one on the plate for Saka, Martinelli. He put one for both of them against Real Madrid. He's fantastic. this second half of the season, Mikel Merino. I got it wrong and I've given him an apology, man. Him and Kivio, man. I'm sorry to both of them for the way I went in on them. Yeah, bro.
Mikel Merino probably deserves the biggest apology because I can lie to you, that finish against against Real Madrid, I think Havertz would have pulled the hamstring attempting that. I'll be or the ball would have traveled like 1 kilometer per hour into Courtois' hands, you know, just grab it just easily.
So you guys think, do you guys think Moreno Rice Party is a better midfield than Odegaard Rice Party?
Say that again.
Just a clear answer. Yes, it's a yes or no question. You guys think a Moreno Rice Party is a better midfield than Odegaard Rice Party?
No.
Yes or no question, brother? No? But I thought Moreno's better than Odegaard. I only changed one player. The better player came in.
No, but his best work's been done as a striker.
It's called a rule change, right? So Mikel Merino excelled up top, right?
Yeah.
As a striker. Yet he's a midfielder, right? So they changed the rules, right? For Mikel Merino. He's finally suddenly doing well.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys understand what happened. I'm not saying that Odegaard is, in terms of GA, yes, he has played bad. Yes, he has not contributed a lot. But it's Mikel Arteta who changes rules. And the problem is you still judge Martin Odegaard as a guy that should get a 20 GA. Maybe your manager changed his rule. Well, you guys don't understand. Let me give you an example for it. It's very
so
very
this goes back to blaming Arteta again.
This is very very
regardless,
Max is right.
Nothing to do with his role. He's missed so many one-on-ones. One-on-ones, clean through. No one's there. And he can't even hit the target. He's been missing chance after chance after chance. Chances that Gabriel would score them chances. So I gotta judge him on what he's doing on the pitch. Yes, you're right. Pressing, fantastic. Leading the press. No one is better in our team than Odegaard at leading the press. So that I give you in terms of how we play, yeah? But he's our number 10. He needs to do better. If he could get a couple more GA, then I have no issue with Odegaard. But this season it's been shocking. It's been poor.
Okay, I ask you a quick question.
And he's ghosted many times.
I want to assist Max because Odegaard hasn't been assisting this season. Mo, who's currently in the FA Cup semi-finals?
Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Manchester City. Can't remember the fourth team, to be honest with you.
Aston Villa.
Perfect. So, Mo, who's the reason why Arsenal got knocked out of the FA Cup?
Kai Havertz. Yeah, Kai Havertz.
No.
One of the reasons why Arsenal fans couldn't see their team possibly go on to lift the trophy that they love the most is Kai Havertz. But I'm supposed to say his injury is the reason why they didn't win the league. Okay, mate.
You know what the problem is with the argument that Max said is that once you said that Odegaard is our number 10, I actually think that we are debating two different things. Because I don't think Odegaard is your number 10 at all. His rule has changed. He's more of a catalyst. He's more of a guy that is deeper. He doesn't play close to the goal as he used to be before. Arsenal have turned into a team that passes more than actually playing the intricate passing between the lines up top. You create more from the sides. That's why when Saka got injured, your creativity from open play has diminished. But Odegaard, you won the first two games without Odegaard. But without Odegaard, that midfield lacks someone like him. This is why I say, and that is just me, that Arsenal need to keep Odegaard and need to keep Declan Rice and play him as the 6 and maybe get another playmaker out there that will actually do the job. Get another 8, a more advanced 8 that will do the work, right? That will do the work behind the forwards. Because Odegaard has turned into a number 8 that doesn't create, that drops deep to get the ball from the defenders, that gets the ball to Saka, that plays not in the center of the pitch, but more towards the right side. So he basically switched to be, instead of being a guy with 2 pivots behind you, with a double pivot behind him, to a guy that is part of a midfield 3 that doesn't have a number 10, right? That is the point. If you want Odegaard to be your number 10, to question the tactics of Mikel Arteta, right? Question the tactics of Mikel Arteta and why did he do this? That is a different story. But to talk about Odegaard himself, like his rule has changed completely about Arsenal, to be honest.
It might have changed, but no one's telling him to not shoot. He's taken it upon himself to not shoot. You're outside the box, clear shooting opportunity.
So let me.
He's
do you know?
taking the shots.
Do you know?
Why?
Do you know Odegaard's XG this season as a whole?
Here we
With
go.
every game he played,
No.
4. On paper, Odegaard should have scored. He got only 4 XG the whole season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
The
but
whole
that's
season.
because he doesn't shoot enough. Don't try to do this whole XG thing like we don't understand it. We know what XG is about because he doesn't shoot enough. So an XG measures the type of player. So if Salah is 1-on-1 on goal, it has higher XG than Nunes 1-on-1 on goal.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to argue this. XG measures the quality of the chance for the average player. It's
And
the
the
same
quality
for
of the
Salah and Nunes. It's the same. As far as I know, it's the same for Salah and Nunes. Let me do these super chats before there's a lot of them before we go on and continue. Next
got
week,
that
once
on
Liverpool beat Spurs, then can you guys rename this channel to M and Champion H until the new season starts? Love you both. You never walk alone. That's a great idea,
We're
actually.
gonna win
Yeah.
the league. We're gonna win the league. Let's go. One win, baby. Let's
Can you
go.
say that-
I'm
can you
actually
say the
supporting
same
Arsenal against Crystal Palace on Wednesday. I want
Yeah, I want.
Arsenal
Yeah,
to win.
exactly. I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
want
Liverpool
Arsenal to
to
win.
win
I
the
don't
league
even know
at Stamford Bridge.
Do they play?
at
Do they
all.
play before us at the weekend? Let me check.
Yeah, they play on a Wednesday because Palace
No, we
have
got
an
no
FA
game
Cup.
on the weekend.
Yeah,
Hey,
because Palace are in the FA Cup.
perfect.
So yeah.
Perfect. I want them to beat Crystal Palace because I want to win the league on Ange Postecoglou's head top.
Mm.
That little fraud.
And it's at Anfield as well.
Jack Howe said, at game week 33, Liverpool has gathered more points than the last 4 Premier League champion seasons by this point. Worst champions ever. Who said that Liverpool are the worst champions ever?
Bro, Arsenal fans are on meltdown on the Twitter timeline.
No, but that's bullshit. Basically, all I have to say is that Leicester 2.0, lucky Arne Slot, PG Mall. All I have to say about this, Jack, Mohamed Salah, as far as I know, he's a player under contract for Liverpool. He wears number 11. He plays for Liverpool. And he's having the best season ever. So you can't say that Liverpool are worst champions ever. If Liverpool have basically the best player to ever play in the in the Premier League numbers wise, you cannot say that Liverpool are the worst champions ever.
No.
That's fact, by the way.
That's
Because he's part
Arteta
of the
fans
team,
that
isn't
are
it?
saying this, you know.
That's part of the team.
He could have had the 2
actually-
assists already, but Jota missed one and McAllister missed one.
Did you see the
actually-
header that Jota missed? The both.
From 1 year?
What the?
You know what? Yesterday on the watch along that I said,
He's
if
been
I'm in
poor
Arne
this
Slott's
season,
place, I'm saying in my head, I cannot stand these strikers. I cannot stand them. In his head, he's probably thinking,
What were
every
you
day
saying,
in the
Max?
mirror,
I'm
he's
sorry.
like, thank
Oh,
God
no,
I have
I was
no
gonna-
Salah on this team.
First, I was gonna say it's the Arteta fans that just are in meltdown because Slot's come in won his first season and won the league, and they just want to make excuses. But second of all, Salah's probably got them the gap of 13 points, but their whole season. Look at yesterday. Look what he done. He put Tsimikas right back because Bradley was getting cooked. He put Trent left back. He's making tactical changes in game management this season from Slot. 10 out of 10. And that's why Liverpool's won the league.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
isn't I don't want to stay on it for let me do the super
Yeah.
chats and then I'll ask you this question.
Yeah, okay.
Shane here is saying Arsenal stalled in the Premier League, progressed in the Champions League. So basically
true.
that is the definition of progressed. If you stay still, if I'm in 2 races, I stay still in one and I progress in the other. That means overall I progressed. Thank you, Shane. To the Arsenal fans, which manager you're getting in? I don't know, Shane. Which manager do you want?
Max.
What manager do you want?
If we can get your manager or a Simeone, give me one of them. That's
Okay,
who I
can you
take.
give you a realistic option? Simeone is not leaving a 45 million euro a year job to come to Arsenal.
We better give him 50.
You lost. You know that you lost. But that is not
Wow.
realistic.
Why is it not? How much is Arteta
Okay.
getting?
How about, can I ask you something?
How about Ancelotti?
No, hold on. Do you think, Max, you should sign Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr.?
Can't get them.
So, but why can you get Ancelotti on 50 million a year? How is that realistic, though?
And who's saying he's on?
You
who's
think
saying he's on this?
you?
Who's
No,
saying he's-
I know. No, I know
Are
this.
you
I
sure
can
he's
share
on
that.
this?
Oh, no,
Because I've looked and I've seen
looked, yes.
that Arteta's like third or second highest paid manager. So
Okay,
I
I'm
don't-
reading now, just to confirm. Simeone's current yearly salary stands at 39 million pounds, equating to around $50 million, 45 million euros a
and
year.
what's Inzaghi on? He's
Our
your manager,
Inzaghi?
so you
No,
should know.
nothing. Inzaghi's on like
Inzaghi,
6
they
million.
can get like this, bro. You
No,
know. this.
Inzaghi, you can offer him a couple of breads and a couple of pizza toppings, and then he will join your club. Be honest.
There you go,
Wow.
man. And there's probably more managers that I can think of at the top of my head, but did we think Slot would
But
come
can
in
I
and
tell
win the
you
league?
why Inzaghi is not realistic for you at all?
Why?
Because, and Sam actually touched on this. That's not my point. I don't want to steal it from Sam because Sam said that Inzaghi is never going to Arsenal unless you dismantle the squad and you start signing with like three. You need like 300-400 million.
Inzaghi is he plays two strikers, bro. People don't keep this in mind.
Yeah.
And he has no winger.
Like,
So
in the
basically,
Inter squad, tell me one winger in the Inter squad.
we have
They
0
don't-
wingers. So
He
basically,
literally has
your
like five strikers.
your main guy is Bukayo Saka, a winger. He doesn't have a place in the squad. He needs 4 strikers or 5 strikers to compete. You have nobody, so you need to sign 5 new strikers. Get rid of Saka, right? To play that role. Basically, Timber doesn't have a spot in the team because you need 2 wing
Why not?
backs. Because you need wing backs.
You can play right centre back.
So maybe
he's a
Timber
centre back by trade, isn't it?
So maybe Timber can play right centre back. You need 2 wing backs. You have none. You need to get rid of Saka, Martinelli, Trossard maybe can play as a second striker. It's not realistic.
But maybe he can play Martinelli and Saka as those wing backs. Maybe he can do that. We don't know. He might adapt.
Saka
We
left
don't
wing
know.
back. It works. Emery,
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God,
played them.
bro.
Emery did it. Why not?
The position you have on the pitch, yeah, is just the position on the pitch. It's just the position on the team sheet. But they're gonna be going forward attacking. So
I've been cooking about this, bro. I told them, bring Saka to Liverpool. We need a new left back. They don't listen.
Robertson out, Saka in. Let's go.
I would love
That would
it,
be
bro.
a-
I would
that would
love
be
it.
Jack
great, you know.
Howsam, best way to describe Arteta fans is like a friend that won't leave a girl that is no good for him. You advise him, but he's still going, but I love her. Fair enough,
Okay,
Jack.
and I just want to say one quick thing. Arteta is a hair away from overachieving and failing. This is where Arteta is at right now.
Yeah.
If he wins the Champions League, he's overachieved. If he does not win the Champions League, he's failed. That's just the reality of the situation.
But-
it's literally, there's a fine line right now. Either we come out in May and say, Arteta, you have overachieved with this Arsenal team. Or we say, Arteta, you have failed. There's no in the
But
middle.
it's his own fault though. Because why? I was gonna say, sorry, quickly, Mo. He's thrown away so many cup competitions. If he'd had, say, 3 FA Cups and a League Cup in this time period, I wouldn't be saying Arteta out. It's the fact we've gone 5.5 years with nothing. That's just not on for no side.
Edo and half the board were out by January. Yeah, that's fair enough. Dayo saying, get me on the stream as soon as possible. Let us live, Dayo. Thank you so much for super chat. Let us live.
Just let people
Let
breathe.
us live, Dayo. Let us live.
This guy trying to steal
Little-
Max Sunshine, bro. Let Max
Yeah,
go.
bro. Max is shining.
Oh, get me on. I don't want to get you on, Dio. How about that? I'm not trying to get you on. Hold that. Hold that,
What
Dio. You're a fraud, mate.
Edgar, this season is our orchestrator, and part of the rule is creative. We don't have a 10. We have 2 8s. People have low resolution takes. Mega Brian, it's different. It's just different. People want Odegaard to be the 8-10 again.
8-10, whatever. He's not playing well. That's it. Like, that's the bottom line. And if you want to argue with that, just look at the facts. The facts are there for everyone to see. We saw it against Real Madrid, our biggest game of the season. Where was he? Where was he? I didn't see him.
XG considers quality of chance, not quality of player. Hence why Messi used to overperform versus his XG. Sam, rather stick to the banter. Yeah.
But I'm not even bantering. You're talking
50.
about XG. Max brought up something as an Arsenal fan, bro. We have eyes. Like, we watch Odegaard in front of goal, doesn't take enough risks. I mentioned the examples at the Bernabeu. Okay? Bernabeu, this is what happened at the Bernabeu. Odegaard has the ball in a dangerous position. The scoreline is 0-0. Arsenal are not winning the game yet. One time he overcooks the layoff to Saka, the other time he undercooks the layoff to Saka. So now what? What's the excuse?
Other times he passes it backwards.
Absolutely baffled to see some of the dope stick Arsenal fans have zero critical thinking. They want Simeone or Inzaghi. Absolutely zero ball knowledge. Listen, people have different opinions, guys, and we need to respect that, to be honest. But
that's fine, man. Thank you for your money. I'm happy I'm getting a reaction from you.
I actually think that you believe everything you say, which is I respect that, you know.
Yes.
And it's not that you are Arteta in or Arteta out. All you want is just to win. That's all you want, which is something I respect for every single football fan.
That's what I want.
Like, I don't like the takes from some Arsenal fans that say we're happy where we are. Like, you shouldn't be. You should aspire for more. Like, some people said...
Yeah.
I could have said Areola. People might have got triggered. But yeah.
You think Areola is better than Arteta?
Who knows?
No. If you're given the chance tomorrow, you run the football club, would you swap Arteta for Areola?
No, because I want to win. So I need a winner. That's why I only mentioned winners. If I go and take a look at other winners, then I'd bring them in. I don't know if Nagelsmann's available, but we've kind of missed the boat. I think it was last season when there was loads of managers available. You had the Hansi Flick, your Nagelsmann's. We stuck with Arteta, and now we're here. Hopefully he wins the Champions League, though. Then, yeah, man, I'll build him a statue myself.
Yeah. What about moving on to Chelsea, people, for the last part of the show?
Hey. Evil Saka got his goal. Evil Saka.
Why evil? The kid is young. Why evil, bro?
Evil Saka. There you are.
Why
the guy's
evil?
like 17.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I think he just has a face that looks angry. He just looks kind of angry. That's why.
Maybe, yeah.
But he looks like he could be a player. He's definitely offering more than the Cole Palmers and the Jacksons of this world. So yeah, if Chelsea are gonna get top 5, Cole Palmer and Jackson, they need to perform out of their skin these next 5 games, because the opposition you're up against is, I don't believe you're gonna get it, because from what I've seen, Cole Palmer is meant to be that main guy, and he's just not. Does he have a goal this year? They say he hasn't even scored in 2025.
I think he only scored one or something. I don't know.
When was Palmer's last goal? Does he have more than one? I don't know. So he needs to do better. Maresca's under big pressure, because if he gets 7th and bottles the conference to Anthony and Betis, hey, it's gonna be a long summer.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans are gonna be on suicide watch.
Yeah, I agree, man. In terms of Chelsea, that Fulham result, that was a massive win, because Man City won, Aston Villa beat Newcastle, so we had to win to make sure that top 5 is still in our hands. So, but I do agree, the next 5 games is difficult. But what I will say is that the Everton game, I'm not confident in that game, but we do have a good record at Everton at Stamford Bridge. They've only won once at Stamford Bridge, in the last 32 years. So, but the other games, Newcastle, yeah, we have a poor record there. So I don't see us winning that game. Liverpool, I mean, I feel like that game will probably be a draw. I would love us to beat Liverpool, but that game will probably be a draw, because number one, we always draw in case Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, and number 2, Liverpool will just be relaxing, because if they beat Tottenham, next Sunday, they're the league champions, and for the next 4 games or so, they wouldn't have to worry about winning games because they're already Premier League champions, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so we got that. So yeah, we got Liverpool, and then Manchester United. I mean, we should beat them, but that game will probably be a draw because Man United are bad, but we always seem to not score, and that's the main issue from Chelsea this season. Our conversion rate is absolutely horrendous, the second lowest in the Premier League this season. And this is where, for me, yes, Enzo Maresca deserves criticism, but I will not blame the manager for the amount of chances that we keep missing time after time after time. I mean, if you look at Jackson, you know, this year, he hasn't been scoring a lot of goals because his movement in the box is absolutely horrendous. I watched Match of the Day, and I agree with Alan Shearer. There was a time where Cucurella was on the ball. If Jackson would have been inside the penalty box, Cucurella would have seen it and made the pass, and Jackson would have, you know, either, you know, score or miss. But the problem is he doesn't do that. He really don't. Whereas you look at Tyree George, he comes on, he puts on as a false nine, and he scores straight away. Now, do I think that Tyree George should be starting every game? No. But for the Everton game, I feel like he deserves some minutes, man, because Tyree George knows how to score. He knows how to get inside the penalty box on time. And look at the goal that he scored, one shot and in the back of the net. And that's the kind of play that we want. You know, Tyree George is 19 years old, so that's why I will not give him game time, but I will still, you know, let him stay for Chelsea because he does more than Jackson, which is not good enough. And I said this last year with Mons. I said to the people that Jackson is better as a left winger because Jackson is not good enough, you know, to play as a false nine. He's better as a left winger because his link up and his hold up play is really good. When it comes to his shooting, that for me is just an embarrassment. So that's why I've been saying that when you ask me the question of am I blue call out? Yes, because they are the ones that have caused this. In January, no striker, no goalkeeper. We didn't bring back Santos straight away. And in the summer as well. And that's why for me, yeah, they need to back, if they want Maresca to stay, then they need to back him. They really do need to back him because the more this happens, the more likely he's going to get sacked. And whose fault it is? Them. Because they are the ones that brought him in, a young, inexperienced manager, and they are the ones.
Elijah, just to interrupt you quickly. Just to interrupt you quickly. First of all, I think Chelsea are not going to make top 4. So I'm going to put that out there in the sky like that. Second of all, I'm going to head out now because I have to go do the Forest Spurs watch along.
All right.
Big up to you, Max. Big up to you, Elijah. Guys,
yeah,
both of their channels are in the description.
All right.
You're going to carry on the show with Mo. I'm going to go do the Spurs Forest game. I don't even care who wins, but I just want to cook Wolfie because Wolfie's on A-listers later. So this should be a lot of entertainment. So big up to all of you guys. Like this video. Subscribe to MHF as well. We have, let me double check quickly. We have 2 subscribers away from 9.2K. So please do subscribe to this channel. And subscribe to Elijah's channel and Propaganda Machine for Max. So they're both in the description. Elijah Talks Football and Propaganda Machine. Big up to you both. And
big up.
Yeah. See you guys on the other side.
All right.
Yeah, man. See you, man.
Bless. Should I continue, guys?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, so I agree with Mo. To me, I don't think we're going to finish top 5 this season. But if we do, then fair enough. But like I said, but if we do get Champions League, we're going to get battered because this team is not ready. The likes of Sanchez in goal, Nicholas Jackson. So that's why if we do get Champions League, it's good for us because financially it will help us to get a proper sponsor and to sign in experienced players. Do I see that happening? No. But if we do make Champions League, then these owners really need to get serious because we don't make Champions League, financially, we are in so much trouble. And you wait for
the Club World Cup the Club World Cup will give you some money.
I mean that's true. I mean, yeah, but for me, I want to see us getting Champions League because it's just a joke that it will be 3 years with no Champions League and no trophy, and that's not good enough for this football club. It really isn't. So that's why, to me, whether we win, lose, or draw, get Champions League or not, I'm still blue call out because I do not trust them to sign in experience and to get in a proper manager if they do sack him. So that's why, to me, this season, it's just not good enough, man.
I think if you don't make Champions League, I think it will be a total mess. I think some players will actually start questioning their decision about signing big contract. But listen, there is breaking news that came in. I actually don't think it's breaking news. For the people that say Manchester United are leading the race, I'm reading the tweet. Are leading the race to sign Matheus Cunha. Wolves as negotiations are going. Personal terms are being discussed, so it hasn't been agreed. Man United aware of the club and keen on 62 million release clause. Good feeling after initial contact between Cunha. Basically, what I'm understanding from this is that Fabrizio Romano is definitely recycling news. Everyone will talk to Matheus Cunha. He hasn't said publicly that he wants Man United. And by the way, if Matheus Cunha, for example, choose Man United over other clubs, I think it's just another player down the drain. It's good if they can convince him about the project. But Matheus Cunha is being linked to Liverpool, is being linked to Arsenal, is being linked to other teams. And I think these teams are better suited to them. If Celtic is right and Cunha is a Man United fan, right? And he joins the club because he's a fan, well, I said that many times, Z. That changes everything if you get Champions League. If Man United win Europa League and get Champions League, that changes everything. And I was so straight about this. It changes how you look at Man United next season. It changes everything, my man. So for me, I don't read into Fabrizio Romano's tweet. Basically, he didn't say that other clubs are not contacting him as well. He's just trying to lure in Man United fans, basically. Until Cunha comes out or Fabrizio tweets that he prefers a move to Man United, well, good feelings. Okay, good feelings. Anyone can agree personal terms. That is the reality.
And what Man United fans would usually say is, but did the player say that he prefers Man United? Did you hear it out of his mouth? So even then, like this news, it doesn't really mean too much. Just go and get him. And I don't get what's that got anything to do with Paul, because you're getting him from Wolves. Like it's like Man United is always going to be an upgrade to Wolves. Wolves are like relegation team. They're not going to do anything in the league. So of course he's going to go to Man United over Wolves. Who else is
okay? So Ben Jacobs said he didn't say that he prefers Man United. He said that Matheus Cunha is open to Man United. Following a meeting between the player side and the club, and reported last week next season not a deal breaker for Cunha. He said that the Champions League is not a deal breaker. Who is keen to listen to a long-term project. However, it's an easier deal financially for Manchester United to pull it off if they win Europa League. Nothing has changed from Wolves. Cunha is a target. He literally said exactly the same.
Yeah.
He didn't say he prefers Man United. Where did he say in the tweet he prefers Man United?
Hey, Z's doing propaganda. That's what Z's doing.
Bro, he said Matheus Cunha is open. Like he said, he didn't tell Man United no, but he didn't say I prefer you. He's open. He's open to joining Liverpool. He's open to joining Arsenal.
I think he should join Liverpool at this point. I am
literally reading Ben Jacobs' tweet. Matheus Cunha open to Man United following a meeting. He's gonna meet with Liverpool. He's gonna meet with this club.
Yeah. I feel like if I was Cunha, I'll probably go to Liverpool at this point because you're facing you're facing.
I don't know, to be honest.
Or either go to Liverpool or Arsenal because let's say if Man United do win the Europa League, then fair enough. But what about what happens next season? Do we honestly think that Man United only signing Cunha is going to solve the problem? No, because they need a massive reboot if they want to get back into the Champions League. Because Man United, honestly, honestly, this season mode, they have been. I feel like I've seen. I've at times in my life, Man United, I've seen that bad, but they are the worst team, because they're 14th in the league. Ruben Amorim has lost 11 Premier League games. Yes, he's unbeaten in the Europa League, but 11 losses in 22 games is absolutely shocking. And there's 5 teams that have done the double over Man United: Newcastle, Brighton, Tottenham, and now Wolves. And Bournemouth could be next because that's who they got on Sunday. They beat Man United at Old Trafford, and if they beat them at the Vitality Stadium, then they're the sixth team to do the double for Man United. So that club is in an absolute mess. So if Cunha wants to go to United, fair enough.
There is a whole summer. So we're waiting for that as well. But listen, people, I want to thank both Elijah and Max. Fantastic stream. We'll meet again for sure, 100%.
Absolutely, yeah.
These guys will take you to Husam watch along. He's doing Forest and Spurs. I'm gonna go and watch the game, or I'm gonna go out. I actually don't know.
Come on, you Spurs.
Is it important? But we'll see you guys soon. Hit that like button before you go, and we'll see you guys soon. Subscribe to both guys' channels. It's in the description. It's right there, guys. So hit that like button. So and go subscribe to Max and subscribe to Elijah. We'll see you guys soon. We're out of here.